everybody, welcome to another interview on Strictly Global. I'm Don Reed here at the Black Cat in DC with DC's own The Chance.
My name is Joshua Paget. I sing and play guitar.
I'm Viraj De Silva and I play drums.
Hey, I'm Finley Martin. I play bass.
So how long have the three of you been together as a band?
Three of us have been together for about 2 years now. Viraj and I were in an earlier version of the band since late 2001. We went through some lineup changes, but as a trio, we've been together for 2 years.
How did y'all meet?
Me and Josh actually went to high school together and we learned how to play our instruments together. And Finley, we met through a band called Jis, which are mutual friends, and we played in the same circuit.
How would you describe your sound?
Our sound I would describe as a sort of combination of maybe like post-punk, early 80s post-punk,
Dense, melodic,
art rock meets 1970s classic rock, arena style.
chaotic.
All right, I know you all come from different backgrounds, Peru, Sri Lanka, Canada. Did growing up in those places, if you grew up there, did that influence you to be a musician?
Well, I'm actually, I guess you could say, second generation. My mother's from Lima, Peru. Spanish was my first language. I grew up around a lot of salsa music, and people like Hector Lavoe, his lyrics influenced my writing, my lyrical writing, because you know, salsa music, it's all about like pain, joy, heartache, loss, and life, and it's really pure, and there's a lot of passion in that music. Yeah, salsa had a big subconscious influence on me.
I was born in Sri Lanka. I was about 2 days old when I left Sri Lanka. So I kind of grew up all over the place, mostly in the United Arab Emirates. I spent a lot of time in London. I went to school there before I came here. I would think I'm a little bit more westernized in that sense when it comes to musical influence. In that aspect, so I grew up in London a lot with 80s music, basically following what my older sister listened to, and not till I came to the States, and that was about 1991, did I start discovering rock music.
I grew up in Prince Edward Island, Canada, Canada's smallest province. Well, you can fit about half of the population of PEI in FedEx Field. It's that small. I grew up in a small fishing village of about 200 people on the tip of the island. I think where I grew up had a really big influence on for music for me. I remember as a kid having a lot of, you know, people, we'd have house parties and we'd essentially push all the couches back and people would bust out guitars and fiddles, and it seemed like everyone could play music or sing at least, so we'd have house parties and party to 2 or 3. But it wasn't just like the people, it was also the place itself, because, you know, in the summertime it's really energetic and vibrant and colorful, and then in the winter and fall it's beautifully desolate.
Did Degrassi inspire you at all?
I love Degrassi.
Josh, as the singer of the band, and you said that Spanish was your first language,
Correct.
Do you sing or do you plan on singing in Spanish?
I haven't yet, but I do plan on singing in Spanish, but yet keeping kind of like American rock style music and having Spanish lyrics. I think it'd be cool. Pixies did it. So yeah, I mean, I think I would definitely love to sing in Spanish.
You have a second album that just came out. Can you tell us more about that album?
It's been a while in the making. Like I said, Finley's been in the band for 2 years, which is, to me, the realest incarnation of us. So it's almost like a fresh start. Some people may say this is a comeback for us because we've been around for a bit in DC.
The artwork's awesome. You did the artwork?
Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, that was me.
Is there a story behind the artwork?
That piece is actually a pretty old piece, probably 4 to 5 years back. And originally, when I drew that, I had this Mother Nature kind of theme going, and I guess it's kind of exemplifies how nature can be both serene, beautiful, but at the same time very destructive if it wants to be. And I think that transcends well into the album because, you know, you get a song like Victoria, which is an epic, and you're just rocking it out. It's like two worlds. And then you get a song like Continuum, where it's just exploring this more ambient calm, melancholy kind of feeling. So I think it works well for it.
In the Middle of a Dream is like the first, I guess you call it, single off the record. Like Rush said, we write a lot of epics that aren't like radio friendly, but at the same time, again, going back to the 70s style, I mean, you listen to like Stairway to Heaven and stuff like that on the radio, Dark Side of the Moon, they're all about epic stuff, and we want to bring that back. You know, I mean, 3-minute pop nuggets are like, they're cool and all, but I mean, really, like, you know, we want to put like balls back in a rock.
We don't feel the need to be constrained by the length of a song, especially since, you know, radio is pretty much dead anyways, you know, and they definitely wouldn't be playing a band like us in the first place, so we're free to play as long or as short as we want. So we've got free reign to do whatever we feel like.
I think it's more important with a live show. I mean, albums are great. You get all this freedom to do all these things in layers, but I think the real essence lies in a live show, and in that case, it's just building this bond between you and the crowd and the audience, and at that point, you kind of lose track of time. So that's what I get to say.
Sonic Youth.
We are the Chants, and you're watching Strictly Global.
Crap yeah.